As the body ages, the structure changes. This is not a loss, it is a transformation. It is an invitation to listen more closely, to cultivate a different kind of strength. The wisdom for this is ancient. 99% of people miss the final practice because it is not a movement at all. It is a state of being, and without it, all other movements are just empty gestures. Do not be one of them. Inner listening. Before we begin any physical practice, we must first understand the purpose. We are not here to fight the body. We are not here to force it into shapes it once held. That is a battle born of the ego, and it is a battle you will always lose. The purpose of these bedtime movements, drawn from the deep well of wisdom preserved by elders, is not to achieve a result, it is to cultivate a relationship. The transition from the activity of the day to the stillness of the night is a sacred and important passage. During the day, our energy, our awareness is directed outward. We are solving problems, interacting, doing. As night approaches, we must guide this awareness back inward. If we carry the energy of the day into our sleep, the body remains tense, the mind remains active, and true rest, the kind of rest that rebuilds and restores, cannot be found. These practices, therefore, are a form of communication. They are a conversation with your body. You are not giving it commands, you are asking it questions. Where are you holding the tension of the day? Where is the energy blocked? What needs to be released so that you can find peace? This is a skill, and like any skill, it requires practice. It requires patience. In our modern world, we are taught to seek external solutions for internal states. If we cannot sleep, we look for a pill. If we feel weak, we look for a machine. This wisdom teaches the opposite. It teaches that the body has an innate intelligence, an incredible capacity to heal and rebalance itself if only we create the right conditions. And the primary condition is our own gentle, focused, and non-judgmental attention. So, as you approach these movements, release the mindset of exercise. This is not about performance. No one is watching, no one is judging. There is no right or wrong way to feel. There is only your direct experience. The goal is not to stretch further tomorrow than you did today. The goal is to be more aware today than you were yesterday. This shift in intention is everything. It changes the practice from a physical chore into a moving meditation. It transforms a simple set of movements into a profound act of self-care and self-respect. We are learning to inhabit our bodies as they are in this present moment. We are honoring the journey the structure has taken. And from this place of honor and acceptance, a new kind of strength, a quiet, resilient, and deeply rooted strength can begin to grow. This is the foundation upon which everything else will be built. It is the practice of inner listening. Grounding roots. The first practice begins with our connection to the earth. Throughout the day, our energy rises. It goes into our heads, into our thoughts, our worries, our plans. To prepare for rest, we must gently guide this energy back down. We must become like a tree, drawing our strength not from the branches that reach for the sky, but from the roots that anchor us to the ground. You can do this practice either standing, if you feel stable, or sitting on the edge of your bed, with your feet placed firmly on the floor. The position is not as important as the principle of connection. If you are sitting, ensure your spine is comfortably upright, not rigid, but aligned. If you are standing, allow a soft bend in your knees. The structure should feel stable but not locked. Now, close your eyes or soften your gaze toward the floor. Bring all of your awareness to the soles of your feet. Simply feel them. Feel the texture of the floor beneath them. Feel the temperature. Do not judge. Do not analyze, just feel. Notice the points of contact, the heel, the ball of the foot, the toes. Is the weight distributed evenly? Often, without realizing it, we lean forward onto our toes, a physical manifestation of our mind constantly rushing into the future, or we rock back on our heels, holding onto the past. The invitation here is to find the center. Gently, slowly, rock your weight forward and back side to side, making smaller and smaller circles until you feel the place of perfect balance, where your weight is distributed evenly across the entire surface of your feet. Once you have found this center, imagine roots growing from the soles of your feet, extending down into the earth. This is not just a mental image, it is an energetic intention. Feel the stability this brings. Feel how you are supported. You do not need to hold yourself up with tension in your shoulders or your jaw. The earth is holding you. With every inhalation, feel the breath coming up from the earth, bringing a sense of stability and nourishment into your body. With every exhalation, release the scattered, anxious energy of the day down through your roots and into the ground. Let the earth compost it. You do not need to carry it into your sleep. Remain here for several slow, deep breaths. This practice is deceptively simple, but it is profoundly powerful. It is a direct counter-signal to the anxiety and restlessness that can keep us awake. It calms the nervous system by activating our sense of safety and stability. It teaches the body on a cellular level that it is safe to let go. You are not floating in space. You are anchored. You are supported. This feeling of being grounded is the essential prerequisite for deep rest. It is the act of returning home to your own body, to your own foundation, before you ask it to surrender to the vulnerability of sleep. It is the first and most important step in guiding your energy from the chaos of the mind back to the wisdom of the earth. Unlocking spine. Our spine is our central axis. It is the physical structure that supports us, and it is the energetic channel through which the messages of our nervous system travel. Throughout the day, as we sit, as we stand, as we worry, we accumulate an immense amount of tension in the muscles surrounding the spine. This tension can restrict not only our movement, but also the free flow of energy and information throughout our body. It is like a river that has become clogged with debris. Before we can rest, we must gently help to clear this channel. This practice is best done sitting on the edge of the bed, with your feet firmly grounded as we cultivated in the first movement. Place your hands gently on your knees. We will begin with a simple, gentle twist. On an inhalation, lengthen your spine, imagining a string gently pulling the crown of your head toward the ceiling. This creates space between the vertebrae. Then, on the exhalation, begin to twist very slowly from the base of your spine, turning your torso to the right. Your head and neck should be the very last thing to turn. The movement is not about how far you can go, it is about the sensation of release. Use your left hand on your right knee as a gentle point of leverage, but do not pull or force. The twist should be initiated from your core. Hold the gentle twist for a full breath, inhaling to find a little more length and exhaling to perhaps soften a little deeper into the rotation. Then, on your next inhalation, slowly and mindfully unwind, returning to the center. Pause at the center for a full breath, noticing any difference between the right and left sides of your body. Then repeat the movement on the other side. Inhale to lengthen and exhale to slowly twist to the left. The key to this practice is the quality of your awareness. You are not just twisting your body, you are moving with your breath. The breath guides the movement. The exhalation is the body's natural time of release. So we initiate the twist on the exhale. The inhalation is the body's natural time of expansion. So we use it to create space. This rhythm connects the mind to the body and turns a simple physical action into a mindful practice. You are wringing out the accumulated tension of the day from your central core. After completing the twist on both sides, you can add another movement, a gentle cat-cow. On an inhalation, gently arch your back, opening your chest and looking slightly forward, creating a concave shape with your spine. This is the cow posture. On the exhalation, gently round your spine, tucking your chin to your chest and pressing your navel toward your back. This is the cat posture. Flow between these two movements slowly, letting your breath be the guide. This gentle undulation helps to lubricate the joints of the spine and release any remaining stiffness. It is like bringing a gentle, flowing current to that clogged river, washing away the debris and restoring the natural flow. This practice tells your nervous system that the day's work is done. The need to be rigid and upright is over. It is time to be fluid, to release, and to prepare for rest. Opening heart. Throughout our day, we adopt a posture of defense. We hunch over keyboards, We cross our arms in conversation. We round our shoulders to protect ourselves from the stresses of the world. This physical posture has an emotional counterpart. We close ourselves off. We carry our burdens, our worries, and our unspoken feelings in our chest, our shoulders, and our upper back. This creates a physical and energetic constriction around our heart and lungs. It makes our breath shallow and can contribute to feelings of anxiety and sadness. To prepare for a truly peaceful sleep, we must create the space to release these burdens. We must physically and symbolically open our heart space. This practice can be done either standing or sitting on the edge of the bed. If you are seated, maintain that grounded connection with your feet on the floor. Begin by simply rolling your shoulders up toward your ears on an inhalation and then letting them slide down your back on an exhalation. Do this 3 times, consciously letting go of the weight you have been carrying on your shoulders. Then, reach your hands behind your back. Your goal is to clasp your hands together. If this is difficult, simply hold on to a small towel or a piece of cloth between your hands. The goal is not to force, but to find a gentle opening. Once you have your hands clasped or are holding the cloth, gently draw your shoulder blades together on your back. Straighten your arms as much as is comfortable and feel the powerful stretch across the front of your chest and the front of your shoulders. This is the physical opening. Now we connect it to the breath and the intention. As you hold this position, take a slow, deep inhalation and imagine your breath expanding not just your lungs, but your entire chest cavity. Imagine creating space in your heart for peace, for compassion, for self-acceptance. Feel the physical sensation of expansion. On the exhalation, I want you to make an audible sigh. Let the breath go completely. As you sigh, consciously release an emotional burden you have been carrying from the day. It could be a frustration, a worry, a regret. You are not trying to solve it. You are simply giving yourself permission not to carry it into your sleep. Stay in this posture for 3 to 5 deep, intentional breaths. With each inhalation, create space. With each sighing exhalation, let something go. When you are ready, gently release your hands. Bring them to rest on your lap and close your eyes for a moment. Notice the new sensation of openness in your chest. Notice if your breath feels a little deeper, a little fuller. This practice is a profound act of letting go. It is a declaration to your body and mind that you are worthy of peace, that you do not need to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders as you rest. It creates the emotional and physical space required for a truly restorative sleep. Calming waters. Now that we have connected to the ground, unlocked our central channel, and opened our heart space, the final active practice is about calming the entire system. It is about guiding the energy that remains in the mind, the thinking energy, down into the center of the body, the being energy. In many ancient traditions, the abdomen is considered the body's second brain, a center of intuition and deep calm. When we are anxious or overthinking, our energy is high up in our chest and head. This practice uses the power of gentle touch to soothe the nervous system and bring our energy down, like calming the ripples on the surface of a pond until the water becomes still and clear. For this practice, you can lie down in your bed, preparing for sleep. Get into a comfortable position on your back, perhaps with a pillow under your knees to support your lower back. Place both of your hands, one on top of the other, on your lower abdomen, just below your navel. This area is known in many traditions as a powerful energy center. For a few moments, simply rest your hands there. Feel the warmth of your hands on your body. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your abdomen with each breath. This simple point of contact is incredibly grounding and reassuring to the nervous system. It is a signal of safety and self-care. Now, begin to move your hands in a slow, gentle, circular motion. The direction is not as important as the quality of the touch and the rhythm. Make the circles slow and smooth. The pressure should be gentle, not deep. This is not a massage to work out muscle knots. It is a movement to soothe the nervous system. As you make these slow circles, coordinate the movement with your breath. Let your breath become slow, deep, and regular. Imagine with each circle that you are gathering up all the scattered, frantic energy from the day, the worries, the to-do list, the mental chatter, and gently dissolving it in the calm center of your being. Continue this gentle, circular motion for as long as it feels good, perhaps for 1 to 3 minutes. You may notice your mind starting to wander. That is normal. Each time it does, gently guide your awareness back to the physical sensation of your warm hands on your abdomen, the slow circular motion, and the rhythm of your breath. This is a practice of deep self-regulation. You are using your own touch and your own breath to shift your body from the fight or flight sympathetic nervous system state, which is dominant during our stressful days, to the rest and digest parasympathetic nervous system state, which is required for deep sleep and healing. It is a profoundly nurturing act. It is like a mother calming a child. You are providing that same sense of safety and peace to yourself, preparing the entire system for the final step of complete surrender. Emptying vessel. We have now arrived at the final practice. This is the one that most people miss because it is the most subtle, and yet it is the one that integrates all the others. This is not a movement, it is a practice of intentional stillness. After completing the gentle abdominal circles, allow your hands to come to rest by your sides or wherever they are most comfortable. You are now lying in your bed, in your final sleeping position. The physical preparation is complete. Now, the mental and energetic preparation begins. The purpose of this final step is to become an empty vessel, ready to be filled with the restorative energy of deep sleep. To do this, we must let go of everything we are still holding on to. Bring your awareness to your breath without trying to change it in any way. Simply observe it. Notice the sensation of the cool air entering your nostrils and the warm air leaving. Notice the gentle rise and fall of your chest or your abdomen. Your breath is your anchor to the present moment. It is always here, always now. Your mind will likely still be active. Thoughts from the day will arise. Plans for tomorrow will appear. This is the nature of the mind. The practice is not to stop the thoughts. That is impossible, and trying to do so only creates more tension. The practice is to change your relationship to the thoughts. Imagine you are sitting on the bank of a river. The thoughts are like leaves or boats floating by on the water. Your job is not to jump into the river and grab onto them. Your job is not to analyze them or follow them downstream. Your job is to simply sit on the bank and watch them float by. A thought arises. I forgot to send that email. You acknowledge it. A thought about an email. And then you let it go, watching it float away as you gently return your awareness to the anchor of your breath. A worry appears. What if the meeting tomorrow goes badly? You acknowledge it. A thought of worry. And then you let it go, watching it float away and returning your focus to the simple physical sensation of your breathing. This is the practice of non-attachment. You are not your thoughts. You are the awareness that is observing the thoughts. By creating this space between you and your mental chatter, you are signaling to your entire system that you are no longer engaged in the day's business. You are off the clock. You are emptying the vessel of your mind of all its contents so that it can be still. Do not worry if you fall asleep during this practice. That is a wonderful outcome. But do not make sleep the goal. Make the goal the practice of letting go. With each exhalation, release a little more. Release the tension in your jaw. Release the need to figure everything out. Release the day that has passed. By consciously and intentionally emptying yourself, you create the perfect peaceful vacuum into which deep, healing, and truly restorative sleep can naturally and effortlessly arise. This is the final and most important key. The purpose of this nightly practice is not to add another task to your day, but to create a gentle closure. It is a ritual of release. You are honoring the body you have, releasing the day you have lived, and preparing a quiet, sacred space for the rest you deserve. This is not a practice of doing, but a practice of undoing. And in that gentle undoing, you will find the quiet strength and deep restoration that allows you to greet the new day with clarity and peace. The final practice of becoming an emptying vessel felt profound. Which of these principles of movement or stillness resonated most deeply within you tonight? Share your feeling.